Okay. Did you have a favorite skit?
Swimming.
Swimming.
Yes,
Cool.
swimming with the dolphins.
Anything else, or?
The roller coaster when you went up and up and up and up and up and then came back down.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Thank
Think about
you.
being warm. Think about.
Where do you want your shoulders?
All right, we are recording here, and we're setting up for a gorilla post prom. We're doing it in July because of the COVID crisis, and this parents committee and their students wanted to go ahead and have some entertainment. So what we've done is we've made the performance area COVID-19 compliant. Those chairs are 6 feet apart, both diagonally and horizontally. And we've got a group of about 50 students here, so having 6 chairs should be just about right. I would think normally we'd do between 8 and 12, but we can make do with 6. And what you're going to see me here do shortly is to spray these chairs with disinfectant. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, when you become a hypnotist, you don't also become a business owner and a marketer and a hypnotist and a driver and a sound technician and a videographer. You also become a janitor. So I encourage you all, go out and become hypnotists. So I'm going to go ahead and start spritzing here. The directions for this is to let it sit for 10 minutes and everything will be disinfected. And I believe all the directions I ever read. So that's what we're going to be doing here. There'll be more show video in a little bit. And oh, I've got something else to show you too. We have new COVID-19 banners that we have hung up. And so what it says is about stage safety. And for this show, we're going to go ahead and take them down once the show starts. But this also gives the audience information about what they can expect. So we'll talk more about that later too. I have no idea what Mona's doing back there, but she's looking very intense. Say hi, Mona.
Very short.
There you go.
I just realized it's way up there.
It is way up there.
It's a tall
So
person's
we
job.
are going to go ahead and finish this out. Thank you for viewing, and the show is coming on in a little bit. You all that you're sitting so close together.
We love it.
But we are COVID compliant up here. Okay? And so what we're doing is we're video recording the show, which we always do. The show will be up on YouTube for you and your families to enjoy. We always do that, okay? In fact, I finally went out and weeded about 12 shows out. I think I've still got like 60, 80 shows that are up on YouTube, so. But what we're going to do is showcase we have no idea what the fall is going to bring, what next post-prom season is going to bring, what county fair time next year is going to bring. So part of what we're doing here is we are showing potential employers what a COVID-19 compliant area would look like. So normally I wouldn't set up like this. Is anybody here? I think it's been like 3 or 4 years since I've been back. But you've seen me do a show before? Do I embarrass anybody?
No, they embarrass themselves.
No. If they do, I shut it down. Okay? I'm not here to get laughs at your expense. Does that make sense? But has everybody here noticed this stage safety notice? Everything has been sanitized for your protection. I'm even going to spray Lysol on this. Guess what? You get to wear the funky masks while you're up there. I'm going to wear a funky mask while I'm up there. So we're just going to be COVID compliant. I even found a typo on there. So what a deal. What a deal. I'm going to do some demonstrations. This is not hypnosis. But if you would all stand up. Okay? When I raise my hands up like this, I want you to say, "You're right." Just shout it out. When I raise my hands up, you're going to yell, "You're right." There you go. So here's the deal. These masks that I'm going to have you wear, some of you after the show might come up to thank me that everybody wore a mask because it cuts down on COVID-19 and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, "You're right!" Because I've read the same information from medical doctors on the internet, and I think it does help retard coughs and sneezes and stuff like that. But some of you might have, it's still okay to use that word in that context, okay, to reduce. But some of you might say, you know, wearing a mask is stupid because we measure this virus in a micron, and having these masks is like trying to stop mosquitoes with a chain link fence. And you know what I'm going to say? You're right! Because I've read the same information on the internet from medical doctors who say that. Guess what? Nobody knows. As of this morning, the CDC and the NIH said that social distancing may reduce your risk and wearing a mask may reduce your risk. Y'all been dancing with each other all night here. Did anybody social distance tonight? No. Okay, yeah, you're the only single guy here. I understand. All right. Yeah, I tried. Yeah, I don't embarrass anybody on stage. In the audience, you're fair game. In the audience, you're fair game. So that's my opinion. I'm doing this so that potential employers and my insurance company can see that I'm doing my due diligence in being COVID compliant. What I want you to do is kind of spread yourselves out a little bit and bring both arms out in front of you and have, let's make it your right hand thumbs up and your left hand palm, and then make a gentle fist, not a hard fist, just a gentle fist, okay? Close your eyes. And what I want you to do is to imagine that in your right hand with the thumb up, you're holding county fair balloons. You're a county fair balloon seller. And you've got balloons tugging your arm up and up and up, and you feel the arm rising up and up and up, and that arm keeps going up and up and up. But in your left hand, you're holding a bucket of bricks, and it's pulling that arm down and down and down. In fact, I put another brick in there, I put another brick in there, I put another, and it's pulling it down and down, further and further. Freeze where you're at. Open your eyes, look at what you're doing first, and look at the people around you. Okay? Some of you are like this. Some of you are pretty much straight and normal. Okay? This doesn't mean you can't be hypnotized, but it's the power of your subconscious mind, and the reason why you and I, we have carried around balloons, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
And we have carried heavy stuff, haven't we? And you pull down when the balloons are pulling up, and you pull up when the bucket is pulling down. And we keep our arms straight. The rest of you are going, yeah, this way, and yeah, that way. And it's all cool. But if your arms were going the opposite direction, probably means your subconscious and unconscious minds do have a pretty good, strong benefit to you. Now, the next one I want you to do is this. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and look at that space between your thumbs. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is to imagine that we are sucking the air out of between your palms. Your palms are getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and your fingers are getting tighter and tighter. And now I've put super glue in there, and that super glue is binding your palms together tighter and tighter, tighter and tighter. Your knuckles are probably getting all white and red, and just like that. And now, with them so tight, I want you to try to pull your hands apart, and you can't. Try to pull your hands apart, and you can't. Try to pull, you can't. Who here has their hands apart? Sit down. Everybody else, your hands are like this. Tighter and tighter, tighter and tighter. Now here's the deal. If you're a senior and want to be in the show and will wear a mask, come on up. There you go. There you go. And we will give you something to get those unstuck.
Sorry.
That's okay. There you go. It's okay. Are you going to be in the show or not? Okay, sure, okay. Right, well, sure, pull the hands apart. And then grab a mask, over here. And then find one of these seats that are measured 6 foot apart. Go ahead, 1, 2, 3, snap, let your fingers come loose. Let your fingers come loose. Let your fingers come loose. Have a seat, have a seat. I've got room for 3 more of the juniors. Come on up. Come on, okay, you 3 guys. Come on up, get a squirt, get a mask. Get a squirt and get a mask. And get a squirt and get a mask. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Very cool. And they do have that metal thing that if you want it to conform to your nose a little bit, you can do that. Okay. Now here's the deal. We're going to talk about that next, but get your mask on. I'm going to be wearing one too. Okay. I'm going to do my best to keep this mask on the entire time. But if you have trouble breathing and you need to take your mask off, I'm not going to have you suffer while you're in hypnosis. If you feel you're having trouble breathing, pull the mask down at some point during the show. We're not going to shame anybody for not wearing masks. And if I need to take my mask off, I'm going to do the very same thing. 3 days ago, they announced Lysol kills COVID-19. It's the first disinfectant that is proven to do that. So now I've got that. Also, all your chairs were already sprayed down, too. All right. Can I have a little hypnosis music, Mona? Now, put your feet flat on the floor. Hands on your lap, but not clasped. Hold it for a moment. Let it out. Give them another round of applause, everybody. What I'd like you to do in your imagination, please, remember how in the audience your hands rose up and down. I want you to, in a moment, raise your hands up slowly. The higher they go, the deeper into hypnosis you go. But the one place they can't go to for this show only, is towards your face. If you do have an itch that you have to scratch, go ahead and do it. But I'm going to suggest to you that for the rest of this show, your face is comfortable at all times. No irritation whatsoever. And so now feel your arms raising up. Let your arms raise up. Let your arms raise up. Higher and higher. Raise your hands into the air. Raise your hands into the air. It's a simple instruction. I know you can do it. Let your hands go higher and higher into the air. Let your hands go up. Let your hands go up. Let your hands go up. Higher and higher. But the one place they can't go to is anywhere near your face. No matter how much you try, your hand or hands cannot go near your face. Try to bring them there, they just won't go. Try to bring them there, they just won't go. Try to bring them there. They just won't go. Very good. On the count of 3, like I've cut string, and your hands are going to drop into your lap. 1, 2, 3, snip, drop them back down. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. Just during the show. Your hands cannot go near your face. We're going to take you to a luxury resort. It has beautiful beaches. It has hula dancers. Who on stage likes roller coasters? Raise your hand if you like roller coasters. Raise your hand if you like roller coasters. Only one person likes roller coasters, you three don't? Tell you what, after the show, I'll give you a special roller coaster skit just for you. Go ahead and put your hand back down. But we'll skip the roller coaster skit, except for her after everything else is done. But imagine that you're in this luxury charter jet and you got this wonderful service that comes to you and they're going to show you a movie. The two ladies are going to find the movie to be stupid funny. And you are going to laugh more and more. As I describe this movie to you, you're going to laugh more and more. Guys, this is a movie about zombies. It is gory. It is horrible. And it is going to scare the bejeebers out of you. And I need you to act as if you're scared. While they're laughing, you are scared. So put on 3D goggles. Go ahead and go through the motions as if you're putting on 3D goggles. Put your 3D goggles on, please. They're in the seat in front of you. Put your 3D goggles on. Put your 3D goggles on. Very good. And the credits are going by, and they're in Japanese. You can't make sense out of them properly, but they're in Japanese. And we start out. And it is 3 little schoolgirls. They're leaving their mama-san's house and they're going to school. And they're going to school and they're happy and they're bouncy and they're skipping and they are wonderful little girls. And they get to school and they sit down in their desks and they're talking with their friends. And the teacher comes in and they all stand up out of respect for the teacher because that's what the Japanese culture does. And the teacher reaches over and pops off one of the heads. Pops off one of the heads and starts to eat the brain right out of the ear. Starts to eat the brain right out of the ear. It is just gory and messy, and the 3 little girls start to just scream and scream, and they go rushing out, and the teacher reaches and misses but grabs another little boy's head, and his head just crushes in her palm, and brains ooze all over the place. Ooze all over the place. It is messy. It is in 3D. It is gory. It's like the gore is coming down on you, and the girls run outside into the playground, and there is the headmistress, and she's out there, the principal, and they go running to her because their teacher is acting weird, and she's a zombie. Oh no, yes, it's true. She's a zombie. And she tries to catch him. They start running around and around the merry-go-round. And the zombie superintendent is trying to catch him, and she can't. And they go running back into the school to the nurse's office because everybody trusts the nurse. And the nurse is there with a tray of medicine, and they start to talk to her in Japanese, and all she does is grin, and one of her teeth falls out. And yes, one of her teeth falls out, and there's this green gas that's coming out of her mouth, and they run away. They run away, and the Japanese National Guard has been called out. They're in tanks and APCs, and they are blowing up buildings, and there is zombie gore everywhere. Zombie gore everywhere. And it flies at you. Duck, look out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And one of these APCs, one of these armored personnel carriers, one of the fingers is crawling through the slit and gets inside and turns all the soldiers into zombies. And now we have zombies with machine guns. Oh no. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. The movie ends because the flight is coming down, and the flight comes down, you feel that little bump as we go, and we land, and the reverse thrusters push against you, and we go into the lobby area, and they let you out of the plane. And I would like you to take this next suggestion and how you're going to interpret it and what you're going to do. But you are no longer the tourists. You are accomplished hula dancers. You are beautiful lady hula dancers. You are handsome men hula dancers. You've been hula dancing since you were little children. So take on that role, feel what it would be like to be a hula dancer, and open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. Stand up after your eyes are open. Stand up, my hula dancers. Stand up and start to tell the story with your hands. Start to tell the story with your hands. The gentle sway of your hips. The gentle sway of your hips. And tell the story. Tell the story. Gentle waves. The gentle waves that are coming along. And the fish that swim through the ocean. And the fish that jump out of the sea. And the gentle clouds that float overhead. The gentle clouds that float overhead. And it is beautiful. And the tourists that are there, they applaud, applaud, applaud. That's right. And if my hula dancer would go to that chair over there, there you go. And you tell the story just beautifully. Give them a big round of applause. We're done with that skit. Go ahead, turn around so you can see where your seat is, and go ahead and sit down in your chair. Go ahead and sit down in your chair. And you're on the island now. You're on the island. And 1, 2, 3. Sleep. Close your eyes. Deeper, more focused. You're back to being the tourist. You're back to being the tourist. And you have been taken to your suite. It is beautiful. And they've shown you the lagoon. It is beautiful. And they've said, after you've changed into your swimwear, come on down to the beach. We'll take care of all your needs down there. And they leave you, and your luggage is there. But if you look over to your left in your mind over there, you see, go ahead and sleep. And what you see is beautiful swimwear in all the colors of the rainbow, from black to white and everything in between. And there are one-piece swimsuits and two-piece swimsuits. And I want you to just reach out and touch that material. Reach out and touch that material, and it feels like silk mixed with smoke. It is just gentle and delicate but durable. In fact, if you would pull one of those swimsuits towards you and stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, and you can't see through it. No matter how thin it stretches, you can't see through it. So you can wear whatever style of swimwear you want, pantomime, putting on your swimwear. I'm not going to ask you what color or style it is, but just pantomime putting on your swimwear. and you are styling. You are styling. There's a mirror there. There's a mirror there, and you are looking prettier than you have ever looked before. Oh, it is gorgeous. The color is perfect. The fit is wonderful. That's right. Just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And in your mind, we're going to go down to the beach. In your mind, we've gone down to the beach. And you are sitting on bamboo chaise lounges. And the sun is beating down on you. It feels wonderful. It's not like the Nebraska sun. This is beautiful. And they come by and they give you suntan lotion, SPF 30, and go ahead and put the suntan lotion on because you don't want to get burned. You don't want to get burned. But you know, in back, there's that one part you just can't reach. That one part you just can't reach. Try harder. And here comes a handsome cabana boy, and he just smooths it right on that spot. And it feels so good. So good. Oh, that's right. And you smile at him, and he winks at you. And if there's anything he can do for you, he would be happy to. In fact, he recommends the fresh fruit juice because he's heard that you are underage, so no alcohol. But they have fresh pineapple, fresh coconut, fresh strawberry, fresh banana, and they will move that into a smoothie like you've never had before. And they bring it to you, and it's in a coconut shell, and it's got one of those paper straws, and just go ahead and take a sip of that crushed ice and that beautiful, oh, absolutely beautiful, oh, it tastes so good. And you smile at him, and he winks at you. Take another sip, take another sip. Oh no, brain freeze, oh no. Oh, and he presses right on your forehead, and it just all goes away. It just all goes away. In a moment, I'm going to have you stand up with your eyes open, but I want you to think about your favorite celebrity. Could be a singer, could be an actor, could be a model. And I'm keeping my social distance as best as we can, so you're going to have to pantomime. We're not going to know who it is, but go ahead, open your eyes and stand up. Open your eyes and stand up. And straight out in front of you is the beach. And here comes your favorite celebrity. There you go. Strike a pose. Strike a pose. Get their attention. That's right. Get their attention. Wave. That's right. That's right. And they wave back to you. They wave back to you. And they smile. And they ask, are you part of the group from Nebraska? And you nod your head. Yes. Later on tonight, you're going to be performing, and I'm going to be there. And my agent is going to be there. Maybe if we like what we can see, maybe we can bring you into a production. If your parents let you. If your parents let you, do you think your parents will let you? Oh, okay. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. And there we are, there we are. Go ahead and close your eyes and sleep. Deeper, more focused. Let that creativity come out because we're going to take you swimming in the lagoon. I want you to stay in your chairs, but we're going to take you swimming in the lagoon and just imagine and respond to all the descriptions that I give you. So just start to wade into the water and you feel that water against your calves and it is gentle and it's relaxing. You're in a sheltered lagoon. There's a coral reef out there. And you go up and now the water is against your thighs and it is warm. It is comfortable. And you start to feel the pull of the ocean tide pushing you forward and pulling you back, and pushing you forward and pulling you back. And then you get out deep enough where you start to float and you start to swim. So pantomime swimming for us there in your seat. Pantomime swimming. And it is beautiful and it is gorgeous. And dive down under the water and you can see 25, 30, 35 feet away. Come back up. Get some air. Get some air. And dive back down. And off in the distance is a school of little silvery fish. It's a cloud of glinting, shiny fish. And they're beautiful and they're mesmerizing. Come up for air. Come up for air. Swim for a little bit. And dive back down. And you're in the middle of this cloud of silvery little fingerlings. And you try to touch them, but you can't. Try to touch them, they just flit away. They just flit away. Come up for air. Come up for air. Swim for a little bit. Look around below you. Dive back down. And look behind you, they're not there. Look below you, they're not there. Look out in front of you, they're not there. Come back up for air. And in the distance you see 2 dolphin fins. I promise you they're dolphins. And they're starting to swim towards you. And they poke their head up and you see that dolphin grin on each of their faces. And they dive under the water and you dive down too. And here comes one of the dolphins towards you. He's coming closer and closer. And there he is, and all of a sudden, bump on your butt. Bump on your butt. The other dolphin came up and played tag. Come up for air. Come up for air. I need a little drink of water here. I apologize. Dive back down. And there are the 2 dolphins. And they come up one on each side of you. And they let you hold their dorsal fin and they bring you back up. And all 3 of you take a breath of air. And they start to tour you around the lagoon. They swim with you. They take you down into the water. They show you where this beautiful, handsome green moray eel lives in the rocks there. And he is handsome, but they keep you far enough away and you come up for air. And they pull you along and they take you back down. And you see the beautiful sea anemone. It's yellow and green. And that's where the clownfish live. Finding Nemo, clownfish. And they're just swimming all around. It's just beautiful. Come back up for air. and they finally take you to the beach. It's been 45 minutes that you've been out, and they just shrug away from you, and they do that little tail fin dance that dolphins do, and then they splash you. They splash them back. Splash them back. That's right, splash them back. And they laugh. They go, laugh back at them. Splash and laugh back at them. That's right. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. It's time to go back on the beach. And you've had a wonderful time. We're not going to go on the roller coaster. I'm going to say, let me check really quick. The person that's in the Hawaiian shirt right now, if you know the roller coaster is going to be totally safe, would you enjoy going on a roller coaster ride? Oh. The young woman on the other side, would you enjoy going on a roller coaster ride? In the sweat hoodie. In the hoodie. Would you like, if you knew it was totally safe that you're going to go on a roller coaster ride, would you like to? Nod your head if you would. Shake your head if you wouldn't. We're going to give it a try anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only skit that I put on an audio file because it rips my throat. We call it the 8th wonder of the world. Mona, go ahead and give us the roller coaster ride. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to that amusement park that I told you about earlier. That's right. You are going to ride the world's tallest roller coaster. It's called the 8th Wonder of the World. That's right. It's my roller coaster, WUNDER. And we're going to go on that roller coaster. What makes this so special is it is the world's tallest roller coaster. A multi-gazillionaire went and built this. He wanted the world's tallest, most structurally sound roller coaster. It is 2,500 feet in the air. At its tallest point, you're going to reach speeds of over 120 miles an hour. This is going to be the most awesome ride you've ever experienced. Let's go ahead and get in line. Those of you who want to be at the front, you're at the front. Those at the back, at the back. Those in the middle, it doesn't matter. It's your roller coaster ride. And for your friends who didn't want to go on the roller coaster ride, you just step across the other line and you go ahead and wait on the other side for your friends to come back. Oh gosh, I do hope your friends come back. That's right. And so now go ahead, if you would please bring your safety buckles down over you. Please get them secured safely in place. Go ahead and bring that over your shoulders and down and get them in there. Click, just like that. That's right. And now they're going through the safety instructions, how you're not supposed to put your hands outside the car and all that kind of stuff. We know better. We're going to have fun. Our hands are going to go flying in the air. We're going to be screaming and yelling. It's going to be great. And so now here we go. The final safety checks are done. Everybody is secure. Your friends are over there waiting for you to come back. Go ahead, and here we go. Click, bumpty, bumpty, bump, and here we go. Clickety, 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 click, upwards and upwards. Yes, that's right. 2,500 feet in the air. This is the world's tallest roller coaster. This is the 8th wonder of the world. We're going up and up and up. That's right, wonder, WUNDER. We are going up and up. This is 2,500 feet in the air. You are now at a 45-degree angle, but your chairs stay in place at all times. Be safe at all times. We are going up 2,500 feet in the air. We're about 500 feet up now. Go ahead, wave to your friends down there. Wave to your friends. Go ahead and wave back to your friends on the roller coaster. Go ahead and wave to your friends on the roller coaster. That's right. And here we go. Up, 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 up. We're now 1,500 feet, 1,750 feet. In fact, there are birds flying underneath you. That's how high we are. That's right. There are birds flying underneath you. And we're going up 2,000, 2,250, and we're getting near the top. We're getting near the top. Clickety, 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 click, and we're hanging, and we're hanging, and we're hanging, and down! No. Going down. Oh my goodness, there we go, down, and up, 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 down. No. That's right. Here we go back up, 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 and down. And now here we go up, 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 and to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, left, left. That's right. Now here we go straightening down, 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 down. We go over those rumble strips. Boomity, 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 boom. Boomity, 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 boom. That's right. Here we go. Boomity, 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 boom. Boomity, boomity, boom. And now we go up. We're going up the second rise. Clickety, clickety, click. We're only going up 1,500 feet this time. That's right. Hear the birds flying next to you here. They're looking at you. You're looking at them. Wave to little birdies. Wave to the little birdies. That's right. And down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 down. Here we go through the loop-de-loops. Loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop. That's right, around and around. And here we come to the rumble strips again. And down a little rise, down and through a dark tunnel, out through the other side. Waterfall comes across you, getting you cool and soaked, and oh, it's just great. And here we come to the end. Bumpity bumpity bump, bumpity bumpity bump, and one more loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop, and now here we come. Oh, here we come to the end. Clickety, 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 clip, and boom, there we are. At the end of the 8th wonder of the world. That's right. Go ahead. Your friends are there. Smile and wave to your friends. They wave back. You made it. Go ahead and unbuckle yourselves and get out on the right-hand side in your mind. That's right. Get out on the right-hand side. Give them a big round of applause. A big round of applause, everybody. That is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and do my best social distancing here, but the First Lady in the Hawaiian shirt, what was your favorite part of the roller coaster?
The birds.
The birds, excellent. And the lady in the hoodie, what was your favorite part of the roller coaster?
The loop-de-loop.
The loop-de-loops. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. We've taken you back to your room and changed and showered and all that. We're not going to pantomime any of that, but you are in very comfortable clothing. But now it's appropriate for evening wear because you're going to be performing tonight. And that was part of the deal. They wanted talent from Nebraska to come out, and you were the only two that made the cut. You were the only two. How to straighten your shoulders. You were the only two to make it. That's right. Show some attitude. Show some attitude. That's right. And so here you are. You're backstage, and the curtain is right open. The curtain opens to a big round of applause. And you are here, and the host introduces you, and all of a sudden something strange is happening. Your butt is stuck to your chair. You can't get out of your chair. Your thighs and your butt, and it starts to tickle. It starts to tickle. Oh, no. It starts, and it gets up into your ribs, and it tickles more and more and more, and it eases off. That's not, oh, there is a smell that came out from underneath you. It stinks. It reeks. Oh my goodness, if you've had a little baby brother or sister or babysat, it is worse than anything that you've ever smelled before. It is horrible. Oh, but then the fans kick in, that bad smell goes away, but all of a sudden, there's a good smell. Oh, it smells so good. And it's like it's coming from the host. It's like it's coming from the host over on your right, and it smells so good. Oh, it is beautiful. and it starts to tickle. It starts to tickle again. Look out, it starts to tickle, and all of a sudden, bzzz, you get a little electrical shock. Bzzz, another little, what is going on here? And the next thing you know, your butt cheek gets pinched. It gets pinched again. The girl next to you pinched you. Oh no, what is going on here? Oh. Now, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite skit. This is how simple of a man I am. This is my next favorite skit. On the count of 3, the most amazing thing is going to happen. 1, 2, 3, boop, your belly button's gone. Check it out. It is flat. Don't take my word for it. Check it out. It is flat. It is flat. You have no belly button there at all. That's right. Here's the deal. Underneath your chair are binoculars. Reach down under your chair. Grab those binoculars. They have NASA written on them. And if you look out into the audience through your binoculars, you might see an alien. A friendly alien. They're not scary, but they are definitely different than us. If you see an alien, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you see an alien. Yes, you do. Shout out the girl in the Hawaiian shirt. Shout out, what does your alien look like?
Pig!
Looks like a pig? How big of a pig? Oh, big. The young woman in the hoodie. Shout out, what does your alien look like? A turtle. A turtle, she says. My goodness, a pig and a turtle out here. We are rural Nebraska. That's great. Give them a round of applause. Well, if you would please open your eyes and look at me. Open your eyes, look at me. I have here the XP3000 space modulator. If they do not give your belly buttons back, we're going to use the XP3000 space modulator to send them back to their home planet. You see, they didn't want you to entertain. They've been with the world leaders. They've been with the President of the United States, the President of Russia, the President of China, the Prime Minister of Great Britain. They've been with religious leaders. They've been with business leaders. They wanted to meet normal people. And so they brought people from Nebraska. You even swam with 2 of the aliens in the lagoon. But they have your belly buttons. So on the count of 3, I want you to yell out into the audience, "We want our belly buttons back." 1, 2, 3, yell it.
We want our belly buttons back!
And boop. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. That it's not yours. There is something wrong with your belly button. Shout out, girl, first girl here, what is wrong with your belly button?
Blue.
It's blue. Young lady, what is wrong with your belly button? What is wrong with your belly button?
Harry.
It's hairy. Oh my goodness. Oh wait. Hey, look at me. This is my fault. We yelled the wrong thing. We should have yelled, "I want my belly button back." Right? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, yell it.
I want my belly button back!
Check it out. It's yours! It's yours! Give him a big round of applause, everybody! Give him a big round of applause! It is there. Well, we were supposed to go an hour. We have just gone an hour. 1, 2, 3, and sleep. I'm going to give a gift to you. I'm going to emerge him fully before he gets to leave, I promise. But I want you to think about if you could improve one thing in your life, one little thing, not I want to be a better person, or I want to be a better student, or I want to be a better employee, or daughter, or whatever it is, but of what it takes to be a better person. If there was one thing that you could do, what would that be? And I'm not going to ask you to say it out loud. But what I want you to do is I have you emerge. I want you to take that deeper and deeper into your subconscious mind. And you now know how to take yourself into hypnosis. Nobody else can trick you into hypnosis. If somebody else tries to become a junior hypnotist and imitate what I did here today, you can just go and go, I don't agree with it. I'm not going to go into hypnosis. It's a voluntary condition when it's done with a hypnotist. And so I want you to fully emerge from hypnosis at the count of 5, putting that one little thing deeper and deeper into your subconscious. It does not become a compulsion. It doesn't get in the way of anything else in your life. But once you have that one little thing in place, I want you then to put another little thing in place. And it could be something sequential that build on each other. It could be something totally different. But you now have that skill and that resource that you, as I count from 1 to 5, I want you to fully emerge from hypnosis. Go ahead and open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. Bring your head up and open your eyes. There we go. Excellent. Go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and stand up. And at the count of 5, give them another big round of applause.